necessarily even pray for now, knowing a little bit better, but I was praying for it and praying for it. And then Shabbos ended. Shabbos had ended, but I spoke to my husband on the phone, and he told me that what I had been praying for happened in the time that I hadn't been on my phone with him. And it's the span of a few hours, really. And I thought, oh my goodness, like, wow, really? What more do I really, what other signs could I really see? And I said to my husband, okay, so I met the Rebbe, and this is what he wants us to do. And I told him what he wanted us to do. And my husband said, who is this Rebbe? And how did you meet him? And I said, well, I met him in a video. And my husband said to me, all right, it's time to come home. And we'll talk about this when you get home. But he let me do what I thought that the Rebbe wanted me to do. Said, okay, if that's what you really think. And then when I got home, I started watching videos and talking more to Basi and learning more and studying a little. And I read the book. And the more that I study and the more that I learn and the more that I open myself up to it, the more that I'm convinced of the indisputable truth of it and the remarkable beauty and just the shocking realness of it. In my community, we don't have like signs, and everyone talks about what a coincidence something is, and it's a little bit foreign, but I don't see that anymore. I know that when something I've been praying for happens, it's because Hashem is giving it to me. It's the thing that's supposed to happen. And I know that when I watch a video and the Rebbe is speaking and he could end each sentence with Susan August, because he's clearly talking to me, I know that that's not my imagination. He is clearly talking to me and clearly telling me what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't, but I always think about it and I try. And I think that the Rebbe is more real and more relevant in the lives of regular people like me, obviously in your lives, because it will, he will show you what it is that you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be doing it. But then you can take it out there into the world and help people like me also understand what it is that we're supposed to be doing and how we're supposed to be doing it. And I think that's how the Rebbe is real. Wow. Did I forget anything?
Great. Does anybody have any questions? Susan, could we ask anything?
You could ask me anything.
Tell us about the first time you went to the Ayah.
What, sweetheart?
Can you tell us about the first time you went to the Ayah?
Oh my gosh, I think I cried from the time we pulled up. And it was really hot. And I don't like to be uncomfortable. And I like to sleep, and I like to relax, and I like to go to the spa. So I had been envisioning the oil as kind of a spa, and it wasn't really a spa. And so I think I cried from the minute we pulled up, probably, until a few days after we got home. Because I couldn't, but I don't know that I love to go there. It feels so good, not just to be there, but in Crown Heights. I love to be in Crown Heights. I love all the people who feel what I'm feeling, and I love to see all the pictures of the Rebbe in the stores, and I just feel so normal, because sometimes here I feel a little odd, and a little out of step maybe, with what's going on in the world that I live in, that people don't necessarily understand the way I feel, or what it is that I know to be true in my heart, as well as intellectually, and so there, everybody does understand and everybody feels very much the same way. And then it's I don't know, I love the concept of being connected to long chain, like the generations and generations and generations of our people that have overcome such insurmountable odds to be there in Brooklyn all together. And then there are people who are so all different walks of life, women like me, who didn't know to wear stockings and, didn't know about the shoe thing and don't cover their hair and, aren't necessarily keeping kosher. All those women and even some non-Jews, I suspect, as well as Hasidim, all praying for the same things, all looking to this guide to help us understand Hashem, which is such a far and complicated concept for me anyway, probably not so much for you, but for me, such a really, really complicated thing to wrap your head around. And then I can be there so close to the Rebbe with all of these other people seeking that closeness and seeking that same type of connection and understanding. I love going there.
Susan, could you share maybe a little of the kosher struggle and what made you jump to a certain spot?
So, I mean, I think I didn't keep Shabbos growing up. I didn't keep kosher. I